This week we have the film Yes Day, directed by Miguel Arteta. This movie shows a family dynamic of an upper middle class Mexican American family in Southern California. The mom is played by Jennifer Garner and the dad is played by Edger Ramirez. They have three kids played by Jenna Ortega, Julian Lerner, and Evelyn Carganilla. Also starring in this movie is Nat Faxon, Fortune Feimster, Arturo Castro, and H.E.R. Jennifer Garner's character Allison had an adventurous young life filled with crazy activities. Allison then meets Carlos, played by Edger Ramirez, who is also adventurous and just like her. They fall in love. They both say yes to crazy things and live their lives to the fullest. They eventually get married and then start to have kids and changes those yeses into nos. Their kids start to hate the mom because she has to say no all the time, while the dad is looked at as fun, turning into the good parent. After realizing their kids hate them, at the parent teacher conference, Allison and Carlos agree to let the kids have a yes day. This yes day still has to be earned by them doing chores and getting good grades. I like the movie did this because nothing is free in this world. The kids should have to earn the day that will be fun for them. I remember growing up as a kid myself, earning certain things. I always had to do chores or help out around the house so I could get something that I loved or something that I wanted to do. My reward usually was going to Cubs games mostly, skiing here and there, stuff like that. The mom in the film is really controlling of the kids' lives, though. Allison does not trust them, which is why she says no all the time. Katie is the oldest out of the three kids, being 14 years old. The main storyline in the film is that Allison is not letting Katie go to a concert without her supervision. This was weird to me because growing up as a kid, I was given a lot of freedom. My parents worked until 5 p.m. During the weekdays. By the time I was in like sixth grade around, I was left at home alone after school until my mom came home. I know not every family is like this. Even my best friend had real strict parents, like in the film. It was so hard to get my best friend out of his house to play and all that. So I understand the struggle these kids are going through my best friend about how controlling parents can be and that you just want to have your freedom and to enjoy life without them around. Now, in the movie, the yes day is planned and ready to go. All things are go. A bet is made, though, between Allison and Kate in the movie, which is if Allison would say no to anything that day, then Katie would get to go to that concert without her mom. I love a good bet in a movie. It made the movie more interesting by raising the stakes. The kids create a list of five big yeses for the day. The first of the big yeses was for the family to eat a massive amount of ice cream in 30 minutes at this restaurant for a meal to be free. As much as I like a good bet in a movie, I also like a good challenge. I related to this scene a lot because one time at a restaurant with my family, my mom would not let me do their food eating challenge. It was not ice cream, but to a giant 2 pound burger and fries, something like that. I believed I could do it, but my mom said no, which was probably the right decision looking back on the situation. But I was super frustrated with her, I remember, and I just wanted to prove to myself that I could do this and have fun doing it. In the film, the family eventually ended up at Six Flags Magic Mountain, where they bonded and enjoyed roller coasters together. Although I think everything they did on this day is fun and great, I think it's impossible given the time constraints. Seeing the family bond and have fun together was needed, though, so I can forgive the film with uh, leniency here on the time constraints aspect of it and realism about the movie. During the last half of the film, we started to see little no's come out without acknowledgement, though. Allison says no to cotton candy, and I thought this would be referenced at the end of the film back, but it was just forgotten. I don't know why they put it there. If they planned for something and then didn't do it, but it felt important at the time and then never really paid off. That was my big problem with the movie. The end message of the film was them learning why no needed to be said. This just seemed negative. I would have rather the message be that in moderation, yes, can be said at some points in time. This leaves the film in a positive way rather than focusing on the no. Learning responsibility and trust is also a big theme in the movie. This theme I felt was rushed towards the end of the film and needed more time to make an impact. The film is only 86 minutes long. They could have extended it with like a 10 minutes more, I think, just to make it more solid film ending. This film though is cute and sweet. Film to watch with your kids if you have any on Netflix now. I give the film Yesterday a score of 70 out of 100. It was just all right. The film just made me think of other similar films like Instant Family. That film is a lot better than this, same kind of message, and you should check it out if you have not seen it yet. Available on Hulu now is Instant Family. Also, I have no clue who H.E.R is, a musical artist. She was in it too. I have no real input on this. I really need to start listening to more music. Let me know in the comments who I should be listening to and what your thoughts are on the movie if you've seen Yesterday.